All right, so that one there, through impact, felt like I posted up, finished tall, nice and powerful. Ball went reasonably straight, let's say. Now, one of the most common old school drills out there that has always been relevant
Yep.
is a stepping drill.
Mhm.
Yeah. Talk to us about how the stepping drill can assist players in finishing in a better position.
Well, I use step and drill a lot to help players organize transition better, number one. And then number two, because the transition's in a better shape, they're then able to understand how to work their body more appropriately through that impact zone, sort of P6 to P8. Yeah. It's something that, it's one of these great drills that you just can't screw it up, okay? If you do it wrong, you'll hit a crappy shot. If you do it right, you'll hit a great shot. So the way I'll get it, you just set up to a normal golf ball for me.
Putting me on the spot, I love it.
You're gonna, and we're getting you hitting it first time.
Yeah, okay, great.
So normal setup. And now I want you to move, keep the club in position, but move your left foot across to your right. Okay, so what we're gonna do is swing the club back, and as we change direction, we're gonna start to step into the shot. You'll start, that's basically what you would typically call weight shift or weight transfer. Then we've created pressure left, which then gives you the opportunity to create pressure up. Both of which are key for consistent striking, optimizing power and speed. So I'm actually going to have you make a couple of practice swings if I'm stood here. I want you to leave the composition, start swinging back, step in, follow through.
Okay, over the top of the ball?
Over the top of the ball. Nice. I had a funny feeling you wouldn't screw it up. Let's go.
I had to really think about it. All right, so we'll hit this one, and then I'm going to play devil's advocate for people's interpretation of it.
Okay, fire away.
Here, let's go.
Nice job.
Certainly better than my first one. All right, so where I see players attempt this step drill is their intention of they focus so much on the step and not connecting it to the outcome.
Okay,
so we see a dress position, left foot would sit next to right foot, they would get set up, and then as soon as the golf club's going back, they're like stepping.
Yep.
Okay. So talk about the timing and the importance of doing the dry drills first to get a feel which feels flow somewhat or effortless, and where they're able to get into a balanced finished position is always a good check mark.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll draw a line on the mat that represents where the golf ball would be.
Okay.
So we're going to start by swinging at that, okay? Yep. And first job, set up for the drill. Your job is to hit the line, okay? Now, what you'll find with the majority of players, as you've just pointed out, is that they don't have a sense of when to start changing direction. Yes. And in my experience, the vast majority of players change direction way too late. Yeah. So they get to the top, then shift, then they'll probably find themselves either swinging over the top of the ball or hitting it somewhere back here. Now, you do the drill pretty well, and I think the thing that anyone who's watching this can understand is that if you look at how soon you step into it, the club ain't even reached parallel to the ground. And again, when we start to look into the data and the characteristics of power hitters, they're going in sort of two directions pretty early, much earlier than you'd think, so that they are already reached maximum pressure up the way by the time the club's way before impact. And this drill's very, very good for it. And as I said, it's exceptional because if you move well, you will hit a good shot. If you move poorly, you just won't. You might not even hit the ball at all, which is why the line in the ground is so important. Using it as a dry drill, first of all, then working up to fuller and fuller and fuller swings.
Fuller and fuller swings. And I think a lot of what you just said there has come to fruition over the years because there is a misconception that the golf swing is two parts, a backswing and a downswing. It's actually one motion. And there's one element of the golf swing which I would ask all players to think about a little bit more. It is this transition move from lead arm parallel back into the downswing where the shaft would start to be more level to the ground.
Yep.
And it is that recentering. We see exactly what you said. The greatest players who are the most proficient and powerful ball strikers have a serious spike of pressure early, which then facilitates freedom of rotation, which then allows them to then essentially fall back into their lead side.
Yep.
And the reason I stepped early there is because you'll notice that as I took that golf club back and I moved forward, I didn't stomp it down.
Yep.
I was being patient that as the golf club goes back, I was feeling like I was falling.
And then you stomp it up.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And that feeling of moving it from here to there, I'm not just shuffling it sideways
Correct.
for the sake of it. It's actually moving in alignment with my body that I feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure in.
And then up the way.
And then explosive energy. Yeah.
Correct.
Really sending it into the golf ball.
And if you look at any projectile sport, right? Whether it's throwing, hitting, the body is moving in all 3 dimensions at the same time. This myth of backswing, through swing is so flawed. And this is a great way to get players to understand that multidimensional nature of movement.
Yeah. And based on all the other videos that we've done today, you've often referenced having the end in mind and working to a follow-through position and then back
100%.
from that. And even that mindset is great for encouraging players to be able to essentially get their body moving back towards the target while it's still in their backswing phase with that intention.
And the other thing we've talked about today, which is worth mentioning here, is, okay, so that's, if you like, level 1. Level 2, I'll then get the player to become a little bit more aware of the left knee traveling, possibly the left heel coming off the floor a little bit, so they can start to transfer the feel from the drill into something that's a little bit more golf swing focused.
For sure.
Let's do this one, stepping in. Then we're going to do, let the left knee float a little bit, let the left heel come up, and then we're going to do a normal swing.
All hitting a ball?
All hitting the ball.
Okay.
And again, anyone watching this, seeing how quickly in the backswing Kerrod's moving back left, really important key here.
So that was the left foot next, then
We're
this
just
one
going to
here.
see the left knee travel a little bit more towards the toe of the right foot. There we go.
Right. So that is actually a great mind-muscle connection and feel of me
Correct.
trying to get that left knee moving in.
Love that.
It's going to help with the pivot as well.
Correct. And again, let's try and process the feels that we've got from the drill in this bridging swing. Good. And then finally, we're going to hit a normal shot. Love that. Well played, sir.
I would say right now where I finish all my weight on the outstep, body feels extended. And a lot of that was developed just from simply getting the feel of doing those exercises before.
It's not just about getting the body moving, it's about getting the body moving in the right way at the right time. In concert with one another to generate power and speed. Great drill for doing that.
Love it. Thanks, mate. Cheers.